3. We're going cup racing. Homestead on a slider. We got 3 championship contenders tonight. Wicked, unfortunately, with his circumstances, did not make it. We got RJ Smitty, we got Buck, and we got Mills, who was dominant at Kansas. Going for this championship, y'all. Netterbread, you participated in that last race, wanted to jump up in the booth. What's up, buddy? OH, my Ohio buddy.
Oh, buddy.
There you go. And Brian, thanks for coming back, man.
Good talk.
We just saw one heck of a race. Now, these guys just did these 2 tracks the other night on a custom scale. Tonight, they're on sliders, guys. We saw one of the biggest cup fields we ever saw right now at 17 cars last race. This is the last race. Everybody wants the W. These championship contenders are going to have to compete with these guys who also want that W. These guys, it's not for points for these guys, no. They have to finish ahead of the other person. Will lap traffic play into play? Will we see accidents? RJ Smitty, man, he's worked his ways back after 2 times at Kansas. I don't know what's going to happen. Brian, what are your thoughts on this? This is going to be an exciting one. And RG, what are your thoughts?
Well, okay, I was gonna say I didn't know if I was just not able to hear him, but no, I'll be the first to tell you that being 2 tracks tonight on the schedule, that custom setups are a little bit easier to balance them out on the long run. These sliders, they're treacherous. The looser you run, the tighter it is. You eat up the right front tire. You thought you seen a bunch of us getting loose off of 2 at Kansas. These guys are going to be getting loose off of 2 and 4 at Homestead, and there's no question about it.
It's a lot easier to control when you are in a custom car. Again, we talked about this. We are on a slider scale tonight. Hey, welcome back, man. How did it feel to be in a cup car, competing with all those guys, Danner?
Well, considering that, it's been a while, I had fun out there, man. I was just trying to run my race. I was trying to obviously help out my no-code teammates at that. Well, I'll be transitioning into another team after the season with Robbie, but working one last time with those other guys, it was fun trying to work them up to the front, and then unfortunately Wicked got kind of put in the wall by Buck there in stage 2 and really kind of messed up his chances of going forward, but good effort by him regardless. Taddy's in here. What's up, buddy?
All right, guys. Yep, we are under the 45-second warning gun from our CEO, our Commander-in-Chief, the big man himself. Man, it was great to see you out there. And I just now, so are you announcing it? Are you going to participate next year for Shin Motorsports?
That is confirmed as of Robbie and all of them guys. It'd be nice to work with some fresh new faces and
Yep.
Yep.
That's awesome. I'm racing with Shin Motorsports too, so he's got 2 of us. So our Buckeye, the Scarlet and Gray boys right there with him, man. Great to have you aboard, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'll be running the Wednesday night custom series, so excited to get back into it. This is the time of year I like to do a little more league racing anyway, so I'm stoked to get ready for season 4 here, and also another league I'll be running season 2 over at Autumn Mission on Thursday night. So I'm gonna be busy throughout the week. So I'm be keeping myself occupied. That's for sure.
It's kind of hard to stay off of NASCAR Heat 4. They've done such a great job with it, man. But point at hand, RJ Smitty, Mills, and Wicked right there on the bump. Buck did not get there, so the top 3 could have been the points championship, but RJ Smitty's going to take him to green flag as we see him racked and stacked. Buck right behind him. That's Wicked. So these guys are already under a blank for the championship. RJ Smitty starts to pull him down the backstretch. They're still 2 abreast. There's a couple different lines you can run here. Wicked goes to the inside. Mills right behind RJ.
I think you're only going to see one line towards, once we start getting some laps on these tires. But while we're early in this race, Brian and Puddin, do you guys got any picks for this race and who for the race and the championship?
I'm gonna go with my team captain, Miles.
Oh, so yeah, and of all things, everybody knows. Oh,
Oh,
Carhartt in the wall.
trouble!
I think that's Creed in that 22 car, if I still remember correctly from the last race,
Yep.
Brian. Sorry to interrupt you. I just saw that when you did. Nothing against RJ Smitty, but I've talked to Mills here lately. He, even though he is in a Mustang, but that's why I call him Mustang Mills. He showed his dominance at Kansas, so that'll be my pick for the championship and the races. These guys are still going two-breast. Wicked right behind him, Buck right there with him too. So 3 of the 4 still up there in the 4 contenders from earlier in the race, showing why they are in the top 4 Sliders Cup style here in Giggity Racing.
Well, I tell you what, after being in the last race and seeing how dominant Mills was, tells me exactly how much effort he put into tonight specifically. Obviously coming up short on the Wednesday nights, but I think Wicked has something to prove this race. I honestly think he would be my pick to win. As far as the championship goes, it is hard to pick against Mills, seeing how much work he had to have put in to have that dominant of a car on presets at Kansas. I mean, he ran away from us.
Oh, he was really extremely dominant. Now, again, these two, like Alex brought up earlier, 1.5 tracks, banking a little bit different driving styles to be had here. Bill's starting to pull away just a little bit. Wicked and Buck right there with him, saying, nope, don't get too far. RJ falls back to 4th place. We going 3 wide behind him. Again, try not to take away from these other drivers tonight, Brian and NRG, but we do got to keep an eye on these championship 3.
Yeah, absolutely, and obviously at the end of the night, that's going to be what it's about. But I think, well, we got 2 Team NOCO guys on the outside. I know that they kind of got into each other a little bit. It was a complete accident. Wicked was very focused in the chat. He ended up leaving after stage 2. I think he really just wanted to focus on his race. So we'll see if he's going to help his teammate now that he's eliminated. But
Buck hard into the wall.
It looks like Buck is lagging. And I don't know if you guys have seen that, but it looks like he is just jumping all over the place.
It was brought up a little bit earlier in the first race where people have noticed him lag. Didn't see that personally when I raced with him, but I wasn't out there. So yeah, Buck was told that he might be lagging just a little bit. Don't know if he got that issue thick, but the restart. Mills goes way inside. RJ right there. Buck to the high side, and RJ right there with him. So the R championship contenders are running 1, 2, 3. RJ gets a little bit loose coming off that last corner. They're dragging it back in the backstretch here. Mills was getting a wicked push from Wicked of all people. All right, guys.
Well, he's there. I'm telling you, he means business. I'm surprised to see some of these guys running as low as they are because I'm telling you, man. I know there were some guys that were running lower presets, 2 or 3. Myself, I was going to run a 5. I did a fuel run on 5. I was able to get the whole way around. Yes, if you exit anything other than high late run, it's over for you. There's 1, 2, 3 guys just to the bottom of the track off 2 right there. I mean, you're already seeing it, so it's going to be a lot of throttle control, and to make that middle to low line stick on exit, it's not promising.
Great that you brought that up real quick too, NRG. I did do a couple practice lobbies with a couple of these guys earlier. That white line is fast, but you can run that medium to higher line depending upon what your slider is, and you just said it, throttle control. You coming off these corners, that rear end does want to step out on you just a little bit. Mill's still pulling Buck down there. Wicked sticking right with him. RJ says, "Get back here, guys. I want to show you all what's up." Anthony out in YouTube land says, "Let's go Wicked." Always the guy out there. So thanks for participating so much, Wicked. Anthony, guys, this is the last race of season 3. Get on. Tell your friends. Tell your teammates. Come support everybody. This is the last race of season 3. We need to see 50 viewers out there for this race because this is the big one tonight.
It is, and I tell you what, I see Wicked. He's trying to throw it down there. Trying to pull a slide job, but I will say there is 2 very big similarities with this track and Kansas, and that is basically one way to get around here, or to get around somebody here, is to throw that slide job on somebody, because somebody's going to be protecting that high side, because you get such a run and the car stabilizes a little bit better on exit. Uh, but we'll see. I mean, I don't know what these guys are running as far as presets go, but I don't know. It'll be interesting.
We're gonna jump on board with Wicks right now, trying to stick the nose on the inside of Mills. Mills running out of house, high side line. Wicked just above it. Buck right there behind Mills too. RJ still trying to snag on and keep right there. The top four are starting to pull away a little bit. I like running Homestead. It's one of those tricky tracks. You got to stay out of the throttle a little bit longer than what you have to. Again, we're on sliders. Customs are a little bit different. Like you were talking about presets. RJ comes up right behind Buck. These guys are all under a blanket for 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah, these were the 4 championship contenders going into this, and and here they are. I know 3 of them are in contention for the championship now, which is unfortunate, but the rules are the rules, and Wicked ain't done. He's got, like I said, I've mentioned it twice now, he's got a point to prove.
Oh, especially after that last race.
Buck is lagging. He just lagged back into RJ and shot him way. Oh, there goes that looseness off 2 and all 3 championship contenders.
Oh, yeah. Wicked is around.
Wow,
Buck's
Wicked
around.
and Wicked and Buck both.
Will this bring out a caution flag? We saw that earlier where it should have been brought out and we didn't
Caution
see it.
is out.
There it is. Yep. We saw it earlier. Again, I think they need to reevaluate how they do that. On Strix, one car can cause a caution. They do it on purpose, but then under Relax, one car gets bumped on accident and it does not bring it out. I think they need to be able to change that, but these guys are probably going to come down, make a few adjustments if they don't like their car. The people liking their car are going to stay out, but yes, Mills, Buck, and RJ running for Slider Cup Championship tonight. We will flip through the field. We do not want to forget about the rest of our contenders tonight. Everybody's here for a reason, but we do have to put a little bit of focus on that championship. This is the last race of the season 3, like we've said a couple of times now, NRG and Brian.
That's really cool.
Yes.
Anthony's out there, man. We do appreciate it. He's always supporting, trying to get people in here, trying to stream, trying to tell people, so that's awesome. We do appreciate it. Thank you. But we are racked, we are stacked, and we are under that green flag. Mills still out there on board with RJ. That's that 8 of K. Larson, super dominant early. Then I believe 18, that's Titans. He's right there too. Trying to see who that's in front of him. I do believe that's Go with the Flow or Life's a Plan. I'll have to double check real quick. Oh, that's Life's with a Plan, excuse me. He did not change this paint scheme. Titans did. Mill's still pulling him around. Everybody trying to figure out what's going on. 3, 4 wide back here in the back of the pack. Whew.
Yeah. See, here we go. I'm telling you, these guys are going to be fighting loose all night. The last thing you want to do is be side by side with somebody coming off these turns. If I'm on the inside, I'm not too worried because I feel like I'm going to be the one getting loose before the guy on the outside. But if I'm the outside car, I'm probably going to be completely out of the gas coming off the turn because I'm not trying to ruin somebody else's race. And not to mention damage is on, and I kind of forgot about that last race until this goes back to what you mentioned, how easily the cautions come out sometimes, and then when you think they're supposed to come out, they don't. I've noticed in the past, stage 1 and 2, the caution seems like it'll come out for anything. If somebody in the stands breathes too much and, they get some breath on the track, they might throw the flag. But it seems like stage 3, though, the caution it's harder for it to come out. I'm not sure why, but I've noticed that Robbie got involved in a huge wreck, ended up with 10 seconds of damage, completely T-boned K Taddy. I think it was Taddy that he T-boned. And
yeah, we got that on film too, and I cannot believe that did not bring out a caution.
Exactly, and he rode around. I mean, yeah, he saved 4 laps of fuel more than everybody else, but he ended up 2 laps down when he finally did go down the pit. It was unfortunate. Him and I were both trying to help our teammates, get to the front, and just didn't work out that way. But the game will do that sometimes.
Titans pushing RJ to the inside. Mills to the high side. Taps that wall. K. Larson pulling up behind him. Trying to see who that 48 is real quick. We got Plant to the inside of him. RJ Spitty right now taking a point. If the race went in, he would be the champion. This is a long race, Brian and Nanner. This is so long to go. Guys fighting so hard. A lot of these people out there, too, aren't contending, but they want to prove why they are in Cup. They are in Cup for a reason. They want the W. This is the last one of the year. Everybody wants this one. Buck falling back. Following on boards with Mills. Mills is up the third. Trying to track down Titans. Titans right there. RJ still pulling him down. Titans to the outside. Pulls right behind him. Thinks better of it. Mills says, come here, guys. I want this. Gets a nice little bump from Plant behind. 48 goes to the inside. Kate Larson right there. Wicked Gatekeeper right there on his inside. Everybody still knows the tail. Oh, Titans. Oh, Kate Larson hard into the wall. Hard in the wall goes Kate Larson. Mills to the point, though. Unfortunate for Kate Larson. And I don't see a caution quite yet. I think that might have been one in RJ and Brian, but we're going to keep them green.
No,
and we're going
we're
to keep
still
them clean.
green.
Yeah, Wicked Gatekeeper's working his way up through the field after that yellow. He's starting the back. He's working his way up to the third. He must only took maybe 4 tires. Everyone else took 2. I don't know. We'll see.
I think that guy, racing with this dude quite a bit at the beginning of the season. He's a class act. He's one of the cleanest drivers I've raced around. And he's patient. And I guess patience right there was, it's pretty easy when you see a lot of guys making mistakes here as he gets put in the wall.
Wicked Gatekeeper car spins around the 18s as Titans. Big wreck, big wreck.
The 48 of a spanker.
Bucket involved. Buck involved. Checkmate Taylor involved. Robbie Vids gets into him. If that's not a caution, I don't know what should be. Contention for the contenders of the championship involved. Wow.
The 48 was not in the last race. I watched him a couple laps ago, right before you had mentioned who it was. That's Spanker 24. He was driving it in hard in the turns. He gave Plant a huge shove, probably too much of a shove because Plant ended up going way up the track going into the turn. But he bobbled there or lagged or something. I know he does lag occasionally. I think that might have had something to do with that huge pile up there.
These guys definitely are going to go under their. They're going to go into pits. Go ahead. Sorry, Brian. These guys. I wouldn't surprise me to see these guys get 4 fresh balonies and a belly full of fuel. Go ahead. Take it, Brian. Let's call it. Let you take us to green with Creed on the outside, Mills on the pole.
Here we go. Rack them and stack them.
There you go, buddy. Come on. Take her to turn 1.
Miles is in the lead. Going to turn 1, and on the outside is...
That's Creed in 22.
22, yep. They make it through. They're going down the backstretch.
They are still going tandem, 2 wide, 2 rows. Mills being right now the leading championship contender. We got Plant to the outside. Creed taps the wall, gets into RKM. Spanker right behind him. RJ Spinny trying to get inside. Car. Yep, there we got 3 and 4 wide back there. Titans right there. Spanker pulling right up behind him. Mills pulling him down there. Preferred line, depending upon how you set your car up. 3-car draft. RJ goes up to help Plant. Says, come on, let's try to make this line work. Spanker's right there. Plant right there on the outside. Titans pushing him down the backstretch. RJ Smitty right there with him. RJ Smitty and Mills going for this championship tonight. Let's not forget that, guys.
You're going to see some aggressive moves. I don't care how dominant of a car you have. Like Mills has shown he's had a good car tonight. I don't care who has the best car in this field. There's nobody that's going to be the Spanker driving Plant clear up the track there. But everyone's going to get loose. I'm telling you. I honestly would not be shocked if we do get green. This time, pit strategy might be out of the window for this stage at this point. I don't know how many laps we got left. But say in stage 2, we have a lot of green flag laps, no cautions. I think you're going to see a lot of guys trying to split the stages in half rather than trying to run out the tank and then get 4 fresh. Taking 2, I don't think it's going to be an option.
No,
Maybe
4 fresh at all times here, though. That would be my opinion with you, NRG. 4 fresh at all times. I
believe so, too. But we'll see. It's just, like I said, man, you do not want to be side by side with somebody coming off these turns. It's nerve-wracking. It really is, especially if you're that outside car and you accidentally slip down a little bit. I mean, there you see RJ right there. He exited low and got loose and about ate the inside wall, but he maintained his position. Good save on his part there.
Titans pulling up behind Mills, making a look to the inside. Give an inch, take a mile. Trying to do that right now. RJ right behind him. Look at that car right there. That's Spinker in that 48. RJ Smitty up to third. Two of the three contenders are sitting 1, 2, and 3 right now. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. We got a little update for Brigade Racing from Sports Center. Thank you very much. We have no affiliation with them. Going down the front stretch. Titans takes the lead on the outside, or on the inside, excuse me. Mills fighting back real hard. RJ Smitty getting pushed from Spankter. There's the 9 of Chuck May Taylor. He wants to say, hey, I got rear-ended. I had a misfortune. I want to win the last race of the year also. So many contenders up here. So many people want this W. Mills and Titans going down the backstretch. RJ to the inside. RJ to the inside of Mills. Then we got Chuck May Taylor going to the inside of Spankter right there. Holy cow, guys. They are not bad. They're not letting up here for the front.
They're going to have to before too long, unfortunately. But I know Mills, he wants to be up front. And knowing that his biggest competitor right now is side by side with him, and his Buck, being the third championship contender, is back there right now in rough shape. But he's got a lot of time to make it up. I was wondering who that car was for a second, and I realized that it was Checkmate. Did you guys happen to see what happened to him while he was in the lead last race? Because I didn't.
Yeah, he got into somebody. Somebody got into him. It wasn't his fault. It was just an unfortunate racing accident. Everybody was trying, pushing. Again, they want W towards the end of the year. So that was an unfortunate hit for him. He's trying to come back and get one. Mills and RJ right now, side by side. Titans pulling him down the front stretch. Contenders up here. RJ gets a little bit loose. Checkmate Taylor also getting a little loose. We're going to talk about that quite a bit tonight, even on the slider scale. You gotta be quick on that throttle, nice and smooth while you be quick on it. That is a tricky tactic. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Yes, tricky tactic. What you were talking about, NRG. Coming off these corners, that rear end likes to step out. 3-4 cars by Titans right there. RJ comes back to the inside of Mills. Mills running on the high side, probably trying to save a little Tyler. Spinker right behind. Checkmate right there. Mills, RJ gets passed by Mills. It's a drag race down the backstretch. That Ford Mustang pulls him down the backstretch. He had the long run. Checkmate still giving the run to the oh, look at that. Excuse me. Yep, he's still trying to push RJ. Mills up and barely not touch the wall. He does not touch the wall. I thought he did for a quick second.
He definitely had to let out big time not to. You couldn't have fit a piece of paper between that right rear and that wall.
No, not one bit. And guys, this is it. Like we said, this is the last race. There are no points on board. Mills goes to the inside of RJ. Spinker pulls up right behind him. Not clear quite yet. Drag race, Chevy versus Mustang crime going down there. Mills now has them cleaned as Titans is starting to pull away by at least a second and a half. Woo! RJ back to the inside of Mills right now. I do not want to take away from anybody else, but for our championship contenders, this does appear to be the best fight on the track for these guys. They are drag racing all the way around the track. Everybody's sliders trying to come into play right now. Checkmate Taylor and Spinker trying to run their lines. Mills gets way high. RJ gets up into that middle line. I like to run the middle here. Not too loose, not too high. Gives you a better chance of not letting that rear end step out. Titans is still starting to pull away. Checkmate Taylor still to the inside of that 48 of Spinker. Number 2, Mills. Mustang Mills trying to make that high sign work, guys. Oh, gets a little loose. Doesn't know where RJ was. Tried not to touch him.
Yeah, I don't want to take away from what's going on out front as well, though. I will say Titans, he's probably got a second and a half lead right now as these guys are battling behind him. He's able just to run his race. He's loving to see that. Oh, somebody's way down there. But he might be leading the race right now, and he's just running his race, logging laps and doing his thing. But and probably saving tires in the process because he's not having to race hard against somebody. But the battle that does particularly matter right now is there in second place. So yeah, you're not wrong in that aspect. I mean, they're dueling it out right now. And
here comes Checkmate Taylor to the inside of Mills. Oh, RJ gets way loose. Dives down inside. The other car gets loose. This was doing nothing but Titans for nothing to let him get that clean air, clean racetrack, not have to worry about anything. RJ to the inside of Mills. Mills on the outside. Checkmate Taylor trying to put his nose in there. Ruin one of these guys' championship hopes tonight. Again, it's no points. It's who finishes in front of who. It's like right now, Checkmate gets in front of these two, and RJ's in front.
I believe that was the end of the stage.
Yep, and that's the end of the stage. But yeah, if Checkmate gets in front of those two and splits them, then whoever he is behind wins. So in that case, that would have been Mills winning the championship. But we are going stage racing, no points tonight. Custom or Slider Cup at Homestead. Nanner, Brian, sorry guys, I get so excited. Look at this
Oh,
stuff, man.
you're good. I tell you what, I was going to ask you guys, Brian, first. I'll let you guys know, in my opinion, what I would do. But if you're fighting that loose off the corner, in your opinion, what adjustments are you going to make under this caution?
I would add some air to the rears. Pay attention to my temperature, see which one's getting hot next run, and add some air to the one that's getting a little warm. I mean, a quarter pound's quite a bit. You'll be going real good and come out of 4 and you'll lose it. And rounding out our top 10 is Titans, RKM, or RJ Smitty, Mills, Checkmate Taylor, RKM, Elisa Plant. Go ahead, guys.
No, finish out that top 10 was retake them to the green flag. We're going to keep an eye up here. RJ Smitty to the inside of Titans. Titans won that first stage. Checkmate Taylor to the outside. We still have Mills right there trying to chase him down. Everybody under a blanket coming out of 2. Going down that back stretch. There's Lives of Plant. RKM right there. The old man, the Matlock watcher himself trying to watch it. Mills to the inside of Checkmate. RJ to the lead. Mills trying to keep up with him. Every position counts tonight. Again, no points. Titans still trying to say, hey, I've been here for a while. I want to race. I want to win. He's trying to stick up there too. RJ Spitty trying to take him down into the corner on the outside. Checkmate. Taylor power move to the inside. Mills trying to push him. Titans pushing RJ. So many good. Everybody getting just a little wiggly. Holy cow. Thanks to everybody out there real quick. We'll get to I'll get to the YouTube. NRG, Brian, what are you guys seeing? RJ is trying to hold everybody off. He's trying to make that car Jean Girard. He's trying to make it 5 wide. Wants to hold off. Here comes Wicked to the inside. Gets a little bit loose. Chuckney Taylor pulling up right behind him. There he is, Titans. He says, I still want a W. If he finishes in one of the upper positions, again, he can be an upset tonight for the championship. Mills sticking right on his rear bumper. Oh, car hard on the wall. I do believe that was Liza Plant.
RKM and Plant both down there.
Chucking back on board with them. No caution. Still seeing Robbie Vidd. Spectre pulling back a little bit on the inside of Kay Larson in that 8 car. Here comes Wicked. Wicked got bumped out just by a couple points. RJ was denied the championship here in custom on an accident. He says, I want this one. Titans right here pulling up on the backside of the number 9. That's Checkmate Taylor. The 2 and the 9 make contact. That's Mills and Checkmate. RJ's trying to get away from these guys. Mills says, you got to get back here. He cannot room. Pulls up a little slide job. Tries to block off Checkmate Taylor. Titans to the inside. Good run from Mills down that front stretch.
I think what Mills did right there was probably the smartest move I've seen the entire race so far. Not taking away from the action at all, because these guys have been making some severe moves. Uh-oh, we got a big pile up back there. Oh, it looks like Wicked got loose. There was about 3 of them in the wall back there. But that move that Mills made, he made sure that 9 car wasn't going to get a run. It's like, hey, buddy, I'm running for a championship. You're not. Get the hell out of my way, please. I think it was probably a little bit nicer than that, but I think in his mind that's probably what he was thinking. He's like, that guy in the lead there, I need him. You guys kind of just need to get away from me for a second. So I know that them, Titans and Checkmate are wanting to win this race and all, but I understand where Mills is coming from with that move. I mean, he did. Is the 9 and the
18 of Titans.
Just? Ooh, the 9 saved it, but the 18, he
hit that wall pretty good. That gives these leaders a chance to pull down. Here comes, I do believe, English Robbie coming up there. 48 of Spectre, 42 of Wicked Gatekeeper, pulling in behind Titans. Let's check back in with our leaders real quick. Again, I apologize, guys. I have not been feeling well this week. Thank you for your understanding with that. Doing the best I can. Brian, Nanner, NRG, up in the booth. Last race of the year, Custom Cup Slider. Thanks, Alex Ned, for joining in. Had to go out for a race. Oh, look at this, guys. Look, the battle for the lead. The 2 contenders. Mills says, I will not be denied. But also, RJ says, I want mine back. Gets up to the high side. Good run on both. Pulls a car and a half on him. Checkmate Taylor pulls up right behind Mills. They are 3 single car files down the road. Here comes Wicked Gatekeeper.
Patience again. He got loose. I seen he was at the bottom of the track at one point, got put in the wall at one point here at the beginning of the stage, and he's getting loose again.
Oh, Titans gets way loose, as does Go with the Flow. They both get way loose. Titans being a competitor up there in the front, jumps back down there right as they jump on board. Jumping back up here with our leaders. Again, guys, we do not want to take away from everybody fighting back here in the back of the pack, but we got two of the contenders of the three fighting for the lead. This is not a points championship anymore. It's who finishes in front of who. Right now, if it checker flag falls, it would be RJ. Mills says, I'm not going to let this one slip away. RJ had one slip away. Coming back, they make contact. Mills hard into the inside wall. Checkmate Taylor gets to the outside. RJ gets slowed down. Checkmate gets to the lead. Here comes Mills around the inside of RJ.
Hey, RJ, I think right there, he said, hey, man, we're racing for a championship. We're racing hard, but I have that much respect for you that I'll at least, race with you. I'll slow down so we can race this out again, because he got super loose off too. And hey, I praise what RJ just did right there. That was
a lot of respect,
mutual respect between them two guys right there. Regardless of who wins the championship, he wants it to be a fight. Yep, exactly. Yeah, I give him props for that as well.
RJ Smitty back to third, Mills up to second. Now Checkmate Taylor to the lead, but here comes that black and gold Notorious 2. We saw him dominate all of Kansas. He's pulling right up behind him. Checkmate says, I want the W. These guys behind him are fighting for the championship, so he's being as respectful as he can. RJ goes to the outside, tries to get a little bit of momentum, tries to get that run. Mills sticks in the draft to Checkmate Taylor, going down the backstretch. Checkmate still pulling him. Here comes RJ to the outside of Mills.
We're slowing down. Caution's out.
I believe that might be a caution. I can't see that being the stage already.
That surely can't be the end of the... Yeah, I was going to say, that cannot be the stage. I feel like it just started.
Again, guys, we do apologize. We've asked a couple people tonight to be race reporters to help us keep updates and stuff, but everybody wants to focus so hard, so we're trying to do our best without having an race reporter. So we do appreciate everybody who has done that throughout the year, but they wanted to focus tonight. What do you do here, Brian? What do you do? Depending upon what your car is doing, but do you go in? Do you get them 4 freshies? Do you make sure you can make it?
Yep, some 4 fresh Goodyears and some good, nice fuel. Go Fast juice.
Yes, that's right. The Go-Go juice. We got it racked and we got it
Go Fast juice. I like it.
Yep, the old-fashioned Go-Go juice. You gotta love it.
Let's rack 'em and stack 'em. Here we go.
Woo! I love it when we hear that. Checkmate Taylor and Wicked on the pole. Here comes RJ Smitty and Mills. They now have competition in front of them. These two are fighting for the championship. The other people fighting for the lead. Checkmate Taylor gets a good lead. Oh, Wicked on the outside. Has RJ pushing him. Robbie Vids, the Brit, the Englishman in that 47, pushing Mills. Whoa, Wicked gets way loose. Touches Mills. Mills way down to the inside. Sticks in it. Stays in it right there. Gets back underneath him. Contact between Wicked and the 24. 48 is spanked right back up there. Here comes Robbie Vids. This is doing is the opportunity for Checkmate Taylor to pull away a little bit. These guys are fighting. Wicked wants to lead. Here comes Spank and we got the 2 and a 24. They are their championship contenders. They are fighting up here with these guys too. Little bit of interference, would you say? The guy's going for the W.
I noticed right there towards the end, right before that caution came out, that Wicked was just... Holy crap.
Contact being made.
Pretty wide.
Cars in the wall. Cars touching each other. Chuckmate starting to pull away. Here comes RJ. Wicked to the inside. Mills pushing RJ down the front straightaway. Wicked says, get back here. I want a W. RJ's going to run that medium line. Pushes the car up just a little bit. Mills sticks to the medium line right there in the inside. RJ gets a little bit high. Does not touch the wall, but he doesn't get the drive that he needs. Here comes Mills. Still Chevy on forward crime. Coming down the backstretch. Chuckmate Taylor pulling him. Here comes Wicked Gatekeeper.
I tell you what, here I'm sitting here. We hadn't talked about Buck, our third championship contenders. Mills and RJ kind of stole the show between the three of them. But Buck's making his way. He's fighting for 5th and 6th place. He's got a teammate in front of him. I think Robbie's gonna try to help get him around this guy and let him go up there and contend for it. And we'll see, if his other teammate Wicked's willing to work with him. I'm telling you right now, I understand Wicked's probably a little upset, but like I said, he's professional. I know he wants to win this race, and if for some reason he's towing Buck in 2nd place on that last lap, Wicked's going to take the checkered flag, and he'll pull Buck to the championship, but Wicked wants to finish the season strong and go into Season 4 Giggity Racing League with a full head of steam on Team NOCO.
That's right, we are finishing up championship week. UK Wildcats taking the championship in truck. K-Taddy taking it for dirt. Jake taking both Xfinity Custom and Slider. And then we got NOCO taking the Custom and Cup. He is a absentee tonight. I wonder if he could have been a little bit of a spoiler for some of these guys. RJ Smitty pulling to the outside, trying to run it high. Wicked goes up top. Mills right there. Wicked RJ pulls in behind him. They're a 3 wide, real quick. Chuckmate Taylor still in the lead. RJ pulling that draft off the Wicked, going into the corner. Gotta be careful, don't get sucked up. Back that corner up just a little bit. That draft can't pull you in. Wicked's coming to the inside. Chuckmate Taylor still trying to lead this race. He says, I want this W.
Yeah, these guys that have been adventurous enough to go to the bottom have impressed me. I know there was a couple guys that said, they'll start off on the bottom and then migrate their way up towards the top, mid to late run. But from my experience on, racing anywhere between 3, 4, 7, 13, 25, 50% races here, honestly, you're chewing up that right front tire, running it down there so hard, trying to get a slide job on somebody, just trying to advance position. You're running that tire raw very quick, and it's hard to recover from that. And once that tire gets hot, it gets slick, and you're either going to start, if that right front gets hot, you're going to be plowing tight. If the right rear gets hot, you're going to be super loose no matter where you go. So I'm excited to see these guys running, but yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, we got a 4-car breakaway for the lead. 2 championship contenders, 2 people going for the W. Did not mean to cut you off. Titans in the 18. He was up here earlier. He had a little bit of a misfortune, but got loose, hit the wall, comes back. He's back there in 5th. The race winner is under a blanket, and so is the championship. You cannot get more intense than this tonight. Bill's going to the inside of Chuckmate. There's Wicked pushing Mills. RJ to the opposite side. The 2 contenders not helping each other, trying to find some help from somebody else. Again, multiple lines here at Homestead that can't be ran. Chuckmate runs a little bit higher. RJ to the outside. Here comes Wicked to the inside behind, pushing Mills. Mills to the inside of him. Cars get a little loose. Drag race again. Ford on for Chevy Crime, going down the front straightaway for the championship.
I'm telling you what, Checkmate has, you see these cars getting so wobbly off these turns. Right there he goes. But I was just going to say, Checkmate, props for, not running for a championship tonight, knowing that you got 2 of the championship contenders behind you, and yet, just still racing them like it's just any other race. I give him props for that.
Yeah, he's definitely racing for the win, but he's also racing these championship contenders clean. Guess what? And now it's up to another. We got 5 cars. Here comes Titans in that 18 car. Chuckmate Taylor inside. RJ Spitty starting to pull away just a little bit. Who can catch him? Who can work together? Will mistakes be made? Will cars get loose? Right now, as they run, RJ Smitty, Mills, Chuckmate Taylor, Titans, and I don't know. Yep, still Titans, and then Wicked Gatekeeper. If the checkered flag were to fall right now, RJ Spitty would be the championship. Mills going to the inside. Oh, I think he might have touched the wall. I don't know. Lost a little momentum. Great drive from that Mustang. Mills takes that black and gold deuce to the inside. RJ Smitty and Mills fighting for the lead and the championship. Checkmate Taylor will not be denied. Here comes Titan. Wicked falls back 1 position. Everybody, Wicked gets way loose coming up the corners. We keep talking about that.
I tell you what, I will say one thing about RJ. Him and I haven't always seen eye to eye, but we have respect for each other on the track. I tried to work with him quite a bit at Kansas, but what he did right there going into turn 3, that is how you defend a slide job. Knowing that they're going to throw it in there, you got to make your entry a little bit. Don't pinch them down, but they can't just, they got to let out as soon as they see you pinching them, not pinching them, but, not giving them as much space as if RJ would have stayed up high going into 3, the 2 car could have just drove straight around him and slid up in front of him. But he defended it by, running a couple lanes lower than he typically would have to prevent that 2 car from getting around him. So that was that was a smart move there.
RJ Smitty starting to pull away from Mills. We got Chuckmate Taylor and Titan starting to pull away real quick. Keystone Cowboy, we all know him as Boom Howard, our Talladega winner from last night. Thanks for joining in. And he said, "Come on, Mills, get that two car, that trophy." We all know that he used to run that 2 car, so he's very partial to it. Back up front, first and second. Just a little off that white line. Here comes Mills, trying to give RJ just a little bit of bump. Can he upset his draft? No, both of them don't. They stay clean coming up the corner. Mills, will he put the nose to the inside of RJ coming down the front straightaway? Guys, we are only, the second stage? We still have one more to go. This is for the championship. We got championship contenders. We got Titans trying to battle for a win. We got Checkmate Taylor up there. Wicked Gatekeeper trying to get a win. He got bumped out here at that last race at Kansas. But the two guys right now battling for the win and the championship contingent are leading this pack. RJ and Mills follow up a little bit high. Gives all the Titans chance to cut down and pull up just a little bit. Sorry, I thought Mills was going to get loose. He pulls back up. Thinks better of going down to the inside. Here comes Titans. That's all that's going to do is give Mills a push. Mills, Mustang Mills to the inside. Gives him just a little bit of a touch. He says, "Come on with your bad self, RJ." He clears him. Slide job.
I tell you what, and you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if the 24 does the same thing here in about a lap or two.
This is such great racing, Brian. Again, I don't mean to take away from you, man. Brian has people. Oh, Titans gets way loose coming up here. What are you seeing, Brian? All right, we're going to get right back to the action here. 24, RJ Smitty. Mills getting pushed behind him. Oh, RJ just a little bit loose. Mills to the lead. Again, if the checker flag would fall right now, which it's not going to, that would put Mills in there. The race winner and the championship contenders are leading. We were talking about that earlier. We don't know how many times we see it in reality NASCAR that the winner has to win the race to win the championship. Can that be, and will that be a factor tonight? Mills pulling RJ right down the backstretch, starting to pull away just a little bit from Titans and Checkmate Taylor. These guys are really putting on a show tonight. Thanks for everybody out there. We got Grim, we got Keystone, Buff, we Boomhauer, we got Huff out there. Thanks everybody for joining in. We got such great action. RJ Smitty makes a move to the inside of Mills. This is for the race lead and the championship, as if it were to end right now. Mills gets way high. Can he get that good drive? RJ Smitty to the inside, gives him plenty of room. Mutual racing respect, and he clears him. RJ Smitty to the lead.
Yeah, that's good racing, and I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say this or not, but I want to. I'm just saying, next season, at the end of season 4, as we're getting ready to start that up here in a couple weeks, the format is going to be completely different. So it ain't going to be the first driver to cross the line as I'm not sure if, like I said, spoiler alert maybe.
Mills coming into the inside of 24. No, what we're doing is here comes Titans. Checkmate Taylor gets in the back of RJ. Mills to the lead. No, we are going to do a giggity roundtable. We are going to sit down with our CEO and a lot of the captains, and they are going to break down how next season is going to work. That's a great point there, NRG.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and shut my damn mouth because the point system is going to be a little different. We'll just get out. I'm not going to spoil it. We're going to do a little, but not completely.
There's going to be a little bit of a shake-up. That's exactly right. I like this old-school point style. I think the stage racing is great, but the playoffs, I think it makes people drive a little bit more aggressive, but again, we'll bring that up later. Things are changing. Mills to the lead. Here comes RJ. Titans to the outside of Checkmate. These guys are putting on one heck of a show. Here comes Wicked. Titans gets way loose. Coming up that corner. We talked about how you have to point the car straight and get off that throttle, get on the throttle really particular. Mills still pulling RJ. Here comes Checkmate trying to get that W. These guys are fighting for a championship and the win. Well, Checkmate's just fighting for the win. Gets a little bit loose. Can he pull back up on the inside? Mills pulls him down the front straightaway by 2-3 car lengths. Here comes Titans though, trying to get back up what he just lost. Oh my goodness, guys, this is so intense. Again, every night I say it, but it gets better and better every night.
Wednesday night, I will say that Kansas race was probably one of the most phenomenal races I've ever watched. I was in the booth temporarily, but
oh. Life is a plant all around. He peeked his nose up there earlier on the leaderboard, trying to show what he's got. He gets spun around. Thank you, Brian.
No caution, but we're side by side for the lead.
Let's not take away the fact that Brian SP up here in the booth, man. I do apologize, Brian, if I keep trying to
called your name about 5 minutes ago. Where the hell were you?
Here,
Eyes muted. I didn't know it.
here comes Mills to the outside of RJ. He's got a little run by Chuckmate. Who's he going to
It'd be
push?
like
They are
that.
too wide, going into the corner. The championship contenders, Mills and RJ, right now. RJ has the bump. He's got a little bit of a draft. Who will Chuckmate go to give him that push? They are still Chevy on Ford Crime, and if that was the finish, that would have been RJ. They're still going into turn one. Mills not lifting, making that high line great again. Woo! HWH Mills, put that Mustang up there, even though I'm a Chevy guy. Come on, RJ, you still got it. They're staying on the inside. Checkmate Taylor, try to peek his nose in the middle. They go single file back down the back stretches. They are starting to get a little hectic.
Yeah, they're really starting to fight these cars. I know that, you know, a lot of guys, they know about throttle control. Some guys are on wheels, some guys are on controllers. For me, oh, caution's out, or was that the end of the stage?
I think that might have been the stage. I think that might have been the end of the stage again because of how hard they were racing. Again, normally we have an in-race reporter. Everybody knowing how important these races are. Sorry to energy. These guys really wanted to focus. It really is helpful, and I do like how Archangel brought that up to help us out up here in the booth. But I do believe that might have been the end of stage 2, though. These guys wanted to focus, and nobody said, "Nope, I ain't got time for that." Ain't nobody got time for that tonight.
That was the end of the stage, I believe. Yep. Nope. I haven't gotten a picture yet. Was that just a caution?
Once again, Brian, Nannerbrand NRG putting up in a booth championship contention going on tonight here at Homestead. 2 of the 3 leading all night long. We got another 2 drivers in Titans. And, excuse me, Checkmate Taylor sitting right there. They want to spoil. They want to be the spoiler. No points involved. Who finishes in front of who? They are starting on the pole. We got it racked. We got them stacked. Rack them and stack them. We're going for green flag racing, Brian. Going into turn 1.
Yes, we are. Rounding out your top 10 is Mills, RJ Smitty, Checkmate, Titans, Buck, Wicked Gatekeeper, and Spanker, Robbie Vids. Go with the flow and Creed, and that's round out your top 10.
Great
Buck
to see Creed
finally
back
getting the top. Well, nice to see all 3 championship contenders back in the top 5 there at the end of that stage. We'll see if that continues and see if Buck has anything for Mills and RJ, who absolutely between the 3 have just dominated most of this race.
Contact being made with Mills and going into the inside of Checkmate Taylor. Like you just said, here comes Buck. Buck playing it patient all night long. Had an unfortunate circumstance in Kansas. Worked his way in on points. Checkmate Taylor to the inside. Buck to the outside. Titans to the lead. Mills in second. RJ Smitty pulling down third. So right there, second, third, and fourth are your points championship contenders. Buck says, I'm not going to be denied. I'm going to be up here. Will his patience level run low as we're getting into this last stage?
Yeah. I was going to ask you guys, we'll ask Brian first. Seeing that this is the last stage of Season 3 of Giggity, and our picks, which was pretty much all the same for the championship, has anybody's pick changed yet?
I'm still going to go with Mills.
Not mine.
I tell you what, Mills, I watched him do something there towards the end of the second stage that I hadn't seen anybody else do on a long run yet, and he actually migrated to the bottom of the track towards the end of that run, which tells me that he does have a car built for a long run and has an adjustment. I mean, yeah, we've seen him get loose off turn 2 right there on the first lap. That might play into favor. I don't know if we're done with cautions yet. I mean, we're starting to get single file, and once we did that in stage 3, it was green flag the rest of the way. So we'll see what happens. Do you guys think we're caution free?
No, I don't think we're going to be caution free. I see RJ Spinny and Buck back here fighting. Mills in second. That's for third, fourth. So that'd be, 1, 2, 3, fourth, and fifth. Titans starting to walk away. Titans, again, if anybody can help me. Trying to figure out, I can't remember. I used to have everything written down. I lost it. Who's driving for next year? Buck pulls away from RJ. Pulls in right behind Truckmate. Checkmate goes to the inside. Mills trying to track down that Titans car, but again, if this would end, the cars would finish within one spot of each other. But it's not over. Buck says, "Hello, boys. I'm back." He's coming down. Mills right there, pulling Buck right on the outside. RJ going to the inside. Here comes Truckmate Taylor. We got RJ trying to hold on, trying to keep up with these guys. This is, oh my goodness, look at everything that happened. We didn't talk about Buck all night, and Buck says, "I'm back." I'm telling you guys, look at this. RJ to the inside of Buck. Buck trying to get to the outside of Mills. They're running second, third, and fourth. Titans starting to pull away with this. Chuckmate Taylor pulling right back in behind him. This racing is getting crazy. Last race, Season 3, Giggity Racing, Slider Championship, Cup Style at Homestead, Ninnerbread, Brian SP, Puddin up in the booth. This is getting awesome racing. Chuckmate Taylor barely touched that wall. Here comes RJ. Go ahead, guys. Again, I don't want to steal your old thunder.
Brian, go ahead.
The 18's, he's got a little bit of lead on these guys. We'll see who has the long run car, and we'll see if they have something for him here.
Yeah, we seen him pull away earlier in one of the earlier stages while these guys that were behind him were battling. But once RJ and Mills got hooked up, they caught up to him pretty quick. It is hard to say this track is draft dependent when you're all over the place on the exit, but the draft, every little bit does help. So, but sitting here, a battle for second place and the championship. The little practice I did have with Buck when I got home from, I was in Columbus today, by the way, Puddin'.
Woo!
I didn't get home until 6 o'clock, so I only had an hour of practice, but him and I were kind of on the same page, and I tried to feed him as much information as I could, which wasn't a whole lot with an hour of practice, but he's obviously figured something out. I know he was nervous as all hell going into tonight. He was super nervous, so we'll see. Maybe the nerves have calmed at this point, having quite a few laps under his belt. But I think if for some reason it is these three guys with about 10 to go, I think all three of these guys are probably going to be a little on edge and going to get more racy than what it already looks like.
Great to have Kid Coyote out there in YouTube land too as we're watching this excellent race, and he raced the development race, put some pen to paper. He got signed the other day. He says go Mills.
Wait,
great to have him
you
aboard.
Say Kid Coyote?
Yep.
That's my dad.
That's your dad? Well, how many dads do you have? We'll talk about that later off air because, good gracious, you sound like a Jerry Springer kid, but we'll talk about that here in a little bit, man. Thanks to have aboard, Kid Coyote. Keystone Cowboy says, go Buck. And I'm saying that very politely as he touches the wall. RJ Smitty getting to the inside of him. Buck's laggage, who seems to be lagging, leaving him a little bit. RJ Smitty,
he just lagged out.
He just lagged out. We read commentator curse. I am going to get a lot of repercussion from that. Titan still pulling him down. RJ gets way loose. I cannot believe that just happened right as I said that. Oh my gosh. NRG is my dad. Comes from Hunty. Right down there. Dude.
Hey!
I cannot believe that just happened. He was lagging just a little bit, everybody was saying, and all of a sudden he disappeared. This championship is now down to Mills and RJ Smitty. Titans pulling both of them around. They're sitting in third. If the race were to end right now, this would go to Mills. RJ still on his bumper, trying to conserve a little car. Gets a little loose. Here comes Wicked Gatekeeper Inspector pulling up on the back of that 24. Oh, things happen. The drama. Woo! The drama that happens here, boys and girls.
We got quite a few laps left. We need to get a poll going. Since he lagged out, we should just let Wicked Gatekeeper be the third in points. Let him race for it so we can have a three-car battle rather than two.
I don't know.
It don't work like that. I understand, but I'm just saying, man, I wish that was a thing right now because just to see one of literally a third of our championship is gone. Literally, it is 50-50, and these two have been battling it out since lap one. They dominated most of this race. Titans is still hanging out there, man. He definitely has a good car, but it's going to come down to these two guys and where they finish. And man, I tell you what, they have put on some exciting racing. So I think we're going to see an exciting finish regardless. We'll see.
RJ's pulling up on the back of Mills. They're trying to track down Titans again. We haven't got to talk to see Titans too much this year, but he's been a force to be reckoned with this last two races. But RJ's on the inside of Mills. Mills on that high side, trying to make this line work. Gets up on his rear bumper. No car gets loose. Wicked appears to get a little bit loose. Here comes RJ on the back of Mills. Like I said, a little Chevy on Camaro crime going on. RJ goes to that low side. Mills trying to block him. Titan says, I want to win this race. The yellow flag, the dandelion, the weed. We do not like to see that. Now, that might benefit some of these guys. Go ahead, get yourself 4 fresh balonies. Belly full of fuel, and we can get them racked and stacked. Right, Ryan?
Yes, we can.
I'm glad we have a 2 weeks vacation coming up. I just don't know if my old heart can take this anymore with the way these guys race. Thanks again.
Yeah.
We got NRG. We got Brian up here. Myself, Puddin. We had Alex Ned for the Kansas race. He had to
Also,
say,
my dad.
Also, your dad. Like again, you are definitely a Jerry Springer kid. We will talk about that later, though. Here we go. Racked and stacked. Titans on the pole. Then it looks like RJ. Then we got Mills. Then we got Chuck Taylor and Buck. Buck just joined the booth. Remember, Buck, we are on air. We know how frustrated you can be right now. Congratulations, making it to the third and being one of the three people, the third person here at Homestead as we go into 1 and 2. Titans taking them down to the inside. Give us 1 second here, Buck. Take it, Brian.
We're going down the back stretch, going into 4. Looking close, pretty close.
Cars are still 2x2.
I tell you what, who's lurking in the top 5 tonight, who would really like to have a good run tonight, that kind of got, involved in some unfortunate incidents last race. Robbie is up there.
English Robbie.
Well, I was going to ask you earlier, when the first time you said that, you're not allowed to say that. We already know how this goes. When did this get corrected?
When he politely asked me, as we see Titans pulling RJ going to the corner, we all know Robbie is actually from the UK. He is one of my good buddies. I was giving him some grief, as we all know. We banter back and forth, and I said, you sound like an Australian, so I started calling him Aussie, but he respectfully requested that I start correcting myself. So, and we'll put it politely, as RJ's trying to make a move on the inside of Titans, going down the front stretch here, guys. So he respectfully requests that he be referred to as either Robbie the Brit or English Robbie. So, real quick, Buck, we got a lot of action going on the track. What happened?
Internet. That's all. Fucking internet's stupid.
Sorry for that language.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, I don't know.
It happens.
I guess every time my mom decides that she wants to pause and unpause her stuff, but my stuff just lags, and this time it's like done.
I was gonna say we seen you lagging a little bit in the first stage, and then you ended up going in the back. And when you were running up there, like honestly, right before you lagged out, I didn't see you lagging on the broadcast at all. Not one bit. It was kind of weird. You were on the high side, and then you were gone.
No, I usually don't lag, and then someone's watching something in my house, and I guess it's that bad to where it just wants to kill my whole stuff. So
we can hear the frustration. Yeah, we hear the frustration in your voice. Just to be able to make it this far, Buck, we know how much of a great contender you are. I've thanked you many times on air of how much you've helped me, especially at the Roval. So do not hold your head down low. You know, you've done great. As we see RJ Spitty pulling up here, Sphincter to the inside, Mills right behind him. Buck, you have done such a great job this year. Wicked gets right, a little bit loose, but Buck, to make it this far, and congratulations, man, and unfortunately technology happens.
Yep, I might have to go get a new controller after today, so.
Gronk spike!
As we see it, right there it is. RJ Smitty takes the lead. Spinker in that 48 today. That's the first one.
Oh,
I still want a W. Mills right behind him. Our two championship contenders right now sitting 1 and 3. Well, the other one, oh, car gets loose. The other third person up here in the booth. He just explained the situation. Great to have you up here, Buck. And completely, man, I feel bad for you. We understand things happen, and you were definitely one to be forced to be reckoned with. You came out of nowhere late and at the stage.
yeah, and you'll get him back, buddy. I know you race in many leagues, man. You'll especially over here, man. You'll get yours in season 4. Well, I just realized I'm gonna be your teammate. Shit. I'm just kidding, buddy. But no, hey, man. Hey, keep that head up, bud. That does suck, but hey, man. We were sitting here
Mills
most
to
of
the
this
inside,
race
guys.
talking
Sorry.
about.
Mills to the
You
inside
were
of
on.
Spinker trying to make a run for second. I'm not trying to take away from your compensation.
Oh,
We got to
you're
race
good.
for
You're
we got to
good.
race for the lead and the championship again. Anthony Carve out there, he said, "Buck, that's happened to me before." So you do have some support out there, man. You worked your rear end off to get to where you were at. Here comes Mills to the inside of Spinker. Spinker not backing up. RJ Spitty trying to get a push down the back stretch by Spinker, trying to get a little bit of help. Mills saying, "I'm not giving it up." Here comes Wicked Gatekeeper in that 42, running a high line.
We still have a community saying here for you that we're not allowed to say on air, but it's nothing personal, I promise.
Yeah.
Whoa, the 48 lagging big time.
That is the one downfall, especially when it comes to intense situations like this. Sometimes you see it throughout the year, sometimes you don't. Spinker, we missed him at Kansas. Great to have him back. But RJ Smitty definitely taking advantage of that situation. Mills pulling right back up on the back of that 48. RJ Smitty, then it goes to 48, and then it goes Mills, and here comes Wicked Gatekeeper. If it were to end right now, championship at Homestead
Kyle
would
Larson's
end.
round. Go Flo's round.
Oh, big wreck in the back.
Oh, I tell you what, seeing
Is
this
that a
48
caution?
lag, not yet. Oh, nope, still hadn't come out. That 48, man, seeing him lag spike like he just did, he needs to just let these guys go by, fill in that gap where there's not a whole, where there's a lot more room for him to run his race, and hopefully his lag issue resolves. But yeah, he keeps running up here lagging like that. It could potentially ruin this championship race.
It's very understandable. He does want to come back and he does want to win, but he does also have to respect the championship contenders. I do respect that situation, but yeah, he does want to get a win. This is the last race and the last, well, not the last season, but season 3 for everybody. So everybody wants to go for that win, and we got a championship online. If you are having an issue like that, the respect issue needs to come into play, which we've seen cars coming off. Mills pulls in right behind RJ. Here comes Spinker in that 48, pulling up behind him, and Wicked Gatekeeper says, "Man, if it wasn't for some misfortune, I'd be right here, and we'd be going too." My goodness, guys, the racing has been incredible tonight at your Homestead. We got Mills, second. We got RJ Smitty running
Hold on.
second. Wicked Gatekeeper making a move to the inside of that 48.
We might have Alex rejoining us as we just got a message saying, I'm going to suggest him real quick.
Brian, Brian and I worked some issues out real quick. I'm actually doing the broadcast also tonight. So
Brian,
that,
I just suggested Alex.
Got it.
that'll help get Alex up in here. So let's see how his league race went. RJ Smitty still pulling this 4-car train down that straightaway. Mills right behind him. 1-2 for the win, 1-2 for the championship. Mills says, "I'm not going to let this get away." Wicked Gatekeeper proved why he was trying to be up there too. A little bit of contact again coming off these corners. You can get a little bit of loose. Mills still pulls right up there, trying to get close, and the RJ Smitty. Oh, Mills making a move to the inside for the lead in the championship. Pulls up against him, thinks wiser of it, says, "I'm going to hold up, trying not to burn my car up." RJ Smitty gets a little bit loose. Mills going down the back stretch, or front stretch, excuse me, trying to get right there. 2 different lines being portrayed by these guys. This is for the race win and the championship tonight. Great to have you back. I hope you had a good race, Alex.
Hey, looks like Wicked is down pit road here, and I was watching a little bit of the broadcast before, and I did have a great race. I won, so I am inside my championship.
I think you're lying.
Congratulations,
kidding, buddy.
congratulations to you. Real quick, just to let you know what's going on, we do have Buck up here in the booth. He had a technology issue, got lagged out of the race. The championship is going to come down to RJ Smitty in that 24-2 in the Mills as they are going 1 and 2
Who are
into.
nails, nose, and tail? What happened to Titans? Where'd he go? I was kind of zoned out for a second. Titans
know.
still leading? Or did
No,
he go down pit road?
RJ Smitty's still up front with Mills pushing
Wicked
right
Gatekeeper
there.
in the 42, he went down pit road. But is the leader to the 24?
Yeah, I believe our 2 championship contenders are 1 and 2 right now.
And it's definitely less than 30 laps to go. Do we have somebody that's streaming the race so we can get a true lap count?
Not that I know. Robbie's not streaming tonight. I thought someone said Wicked was streaming, but I don't know. Do I have him on YouTube? Let me find out real quick. You guys go ahead for a minute.
Anthony says out there in YouTube land, he says, Puddin', I would go with a mechanical failure for Buck. Buck popping a motor, maybe a transmission. Let's not go with the motor since he's in the Chevrolet. We'll just say his rear end went out tonight. That's so. But yes, guys, look right now. Spectre in that 48, pulling up behind Mills. RJ Smitty still leading us down the racetrack. If this were to end, this would be RJ Smitty's championship in race. They are still 1 and 2. Mills and RJ Smitty right on each other's bumper. This is such intense racing. That 48 of Spectre right there behind him. Again, was told that he had some lag issues. Don't know how that's going to pan out. Go ahead, Alex.
I'm sorry to hear about the misfortune for the Double Zero. They're Buck racing, but you've been able to be out on the track and race with these guys. You were competing for a championship here tonight. What does the 2 car need to do to get around the 24 to try and do just that? Oh,
I don't think he's still in here. No, I don't think so.
I'm not watching.
Ah,
Maybe
that
drive
case-
faster, I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna try not punching a wall.
Hey, it's all right. We hear the upset. We can hear how upset Buck
Night,
is.
Kyle.
Congratulations on your great year, though, man. You got next year coming, and you proved why you're in a cup car for a reason here in Giggity Racing Leagues. These guys are going 1, 2, and 3. Congratulations
come
to
back
Buck.
stronger.
all
on your
right,
great
to the
season.
inside. Whoa, that was a big move by the 48 car. He's trying to, we have a battle side by side. The 2 car now taking a look underneath. 24 car, he's defined his line. He said that he wants the outside lane. If you're going to pass him, you're going to have to do it on the inside. And he gives it to him, but a little bit of contact, and in the wall goes the 24 car. And it allows the 2 to get the advantage, and he'll take the lead away from the 24 car. That changes the championship picture heading into 4.
We have pit stops coming up.
24
People are
going down the pit
pits.
lane. Yep, thank you, Brian. Exactly. Sorry, didn't mean to overtalk you. You and I saw it at the same time. RJ Smitty and Checkmate Taylor now going to the pit lane. That now puts Mills up front by himself as the championship leader. Spectre in that 48 car right behind him. Sorry, I've been told I keep pronouncing his name wrong. I apologize for that. But the 48 is trying to battle for a win. He missed Kansas. Mills still staying out, it appears. He is in the lead. He will get the W and the championship before the end right now, but we are going under green flag pit stops. Let's see how everything pans out.
These are the last pit stops of the entire season right now. You need to be flawless. Don't have a Joey Logano type pit stop. That was a very short pit stop for the 24. I'm not so sure that was 4 tires. I think that might have been 2. Now how does the 2 car respond?
Well, I tell you what, don't put a whole body of tape on the front end either.
Yeah, right. Yes. Yeah, thank you again. Once again, Keystone Cowboy. We know him as Boomhauer, trying to get me to pronounce that name correctly. Do not do the Denny Hamlin. Do not put half a roll of
Here
duct tape
comes our
plus on
leader.
him. Yep, and Mills comes down to pit lane right now. Sorry there, Boomhauer. I do apologize. But yes. And thank you, Anthony Karp and Grimm, Tom Horton. We know him as Dirt Helen out there. Thank you guys, man. You guys have been great participants tonight. We got 18 watchers. Can't wait to see how many more get this. Pro 75 says, "Get it, Mills." Great to have you out there. Great competitor. I've raced with Pro so many times. RJ, here comes Wicked. He has been up front all night long. Missed out on the championship race just by a couple points, but he can't. He wants to contend for this W tonight.
When we cycle through all this, I really hope to see the 2 and the 24
Another 2-tire stop to answer.
Side
the
by
24. He misses the access road, actually. He does not. And I don't know if that would be a penalty, if that is a penalty, but the 2 car looked like he had a cleaner entrance and definitely a faster exit. I don't know if the 24 car used the access road or not, but the 2 car definitely did not upon exiting pit road. And he will stay out in front Both these cars with 2 tires going on, less than 20 laps to go to decide a championship.
Right, and he obviously Mills' 2 tires are going to be a little bit more fresh than the 24 of RJ. So we'll see if they do any adjustments.
I don't know exactly if that's a rule there, NRJ, and I know you've raced with Skiggity right here a little bit yourself, but is that a rule? Do you need to use the access road getting on and off pit road?
It's very highly recommended.
I don't think that there'll be a penalty assessed by any means, because even though he didn't hit the access road, he did stay on the apron below that white line the whole way to the backstretch. It was clean. He also didn't really have anyone around him. I don't see where that would have cost him or gained him anything whatsoever. So,
well, it might have gained him just a little bit of the advantage against the 24 car if the 24 car exited using the pit road, the access road to get off pit road.
We will see. I don't see a penalty being assessed. These 2 guys have been racing each other so clean all night. There was at one point, Alex, while you were gone, the 24 car got loose on the outside of the 2, took the 2 clear down to the inside wall on the backstretch and slowed down, let other people take over the lead just so that they could race together again. So there is mutual respect between these 2. They've been battling it out all night. I'd like to say, both of them have put on a hell of a show, and I hope the 24 can get back to the 2 so we can see some more of that battling. I mean, they've been nose to tail all night.
Real quick, not to interrupt or anything, guys. I don't mean to cut you off, Alex. Trout, we know what the struggles he's been going on through, and everybody in here in Giggity has been sending our thoughts and prayers to you. Trout says, I'm ready to get back out there. Gotta heal up.
Oh,
great
man.
to have you out there, Trout, man. Great to have you.
To hear.
That is great to hear, Trout. And glad you're paying attention. Hope we're doing you proud. We have one heck of a race going out there. A lot of messages going out to him. But yes, guys, we still have a championship to finish up tonight. But
cars
Trout,
around backstretch.
Caution is
Yellow.
out.
Ooh, this
could
could change
everything. Do you take 2 tires? Do you take 4 tires?
If you're the
4
2 leaders and knowing that you're the only 2 battling for the championship, I'm taking 4 tires and I'm racing this out side by side. And if I'm the rest of these cars, I'm getting the hell out of the way and let these guys put on a show like they have all night. We'll see if that happens. But I would like to say that the end of Season 3 at Giggity Racing League, it's not over yet, but A-Trout commenting, that's
great to hear. A-Trout.
That is the icing on the cake of Season 3.
hanging in there. Miss y'all, boys. That's exactly
awesome.
what he just said. A lot of thoughts and prayers going out there. Everybody wants to say, hey, what's up? Hey, we got my man out there, UK Wildcats. Can't wait to come back and see you one day, buddy. But great to have you out there, Trout. Look at all the messages going out to him.
So the 24 is in front of the 2.
We have them racked. We got them stacked. Let's bring it down for this championship finish, Alex.
That tells me that they both took 4, I think.
I think so, but a cleaner pit stop made by the 24, maybe some last-minute adjustments on the 2. He's riding right on the side of the 48 car. He'll look to the outside there. 24 car cuts to the left. Almost briefly thought about 3 wide, and now the 2 car, he has to fight his way through traffic, and he doesn't have a lot of time to do so.
Jumping on board with Mills right now. Creed appears to be out front. RKM trying to follow him up to the high side. He's right there. RKM gets into the wall. Here comes Mills. He needs to get ahead of that 24. Contact made.
Penske cars are involved right there. All Penske cars coming out of turn 4 touched. And my goodness, the 2.
Oh, Mills in the
wall.
wall.
The 22
in the wall by the
22. The 12.
Mills into the wall. This gives Titan and Mills an opportunity to pull away a little bit further, like you said. The Mustang.
We're not done with cautions.
around.
Yeah, we're not done with cautions. I don't think.
One through the graph. It's life at the plant at the 19. Now the 2 car has to cut through traffic. He goes to the outside car on the wall. That's Wicked Gatekeeper out of turn 4. Still a single car incident. The track remains green. The 24 car, he's looking underneath the 18 with 4 fresh tires, trying to make a statement in Jeff Gordon's paint scheme, doing something that he couldn't in his final race.
Mills frustrated back there. I can see him. He drove it in way too hard and won. He is frustrated right now, seeing the separation. I know he can get back to him, knowing that he's on 4 tires. We've seen both these, the 24 and the 2, do it over and over again tonight, working through. But it looks like Mills is just at this point trying way too hard. There's a big wreck back there. Caution is out.
That's going to get everybody, what? Racked and stacked. The
I just
championship
hope
is
the
not
two
over.
didn't
The
get any
race
damage.
is not over. RJ Smitty and that 24-2 of Mills. Let's see where this brings them out. Are they going to go to pit lane? Are they going to get forfeited some fuel? Are they going to get anything at all? Are they
Well,
going to stay out for track position?
It depends.
Titans
That's
still
your
are.
get
benefit.
damage.
That's the benefit of being able to see your competition and see what they're doing. If the 24 is staying out, then you definitely stay out. And actually, if the 24 goes in, I think the 2-car stays
Guys,
out because
that's the race.
That was the
Is
race.
that the race?
That was the
Yep.
race.
Titan,
Oh.
Spanker, Mills, and wrap
So the
up.
18 wins, and the
I don't know who
24
to-
car is your championship leader and winner for Giggity Season 3. RJ and Smitty
Wow.
No,
at
Mills,
Homestead.
right? You know what
I-
you said?
No.
What
No.
was
No.
it?
It was RJ.
Oh, was it
RJ
RJ?
finished ahead, yeah.
Titans
Yeah,
for
he
the
was-
W, RJ for the championship. This is redemption for him coming back for the other night. We could not have asked for a better finish, ladies and gentlemen. Holy cow.
We
I
didn't know it was a finish.
Yeah,
It's great.
I feel terrible for Mills, man. He got screwed over by
sandwiched
some
between
other
his
cars.
teammates.
Yeah.
Roger Penske rolling over in an early grave right there.
And it's no wonder they did some switching up on their team in the off season.
If you guys can, real quick, so I don't have to blue screen again, this,
I got it.
There we go. We got Brian. We want to get Titans up here. We want to get RJ. We got to get Mills up here. We talked to Buck a little bit earlier. Goodness gracious. Great championships on fire, I guess is the best way to say it, man. Titans coming out. We haven't seen them too much this year. Coming out with a W. But RJ Smitty, 2000 or the third year championship slider cup style in Giggity. How awesome can this be? Wow. Well, UK Wildcats' NRG is my dad. Again, we're gonna take that to Jerry Springer.
I'm
after
telling
this.
you, boys.
We're
You
going
know,
to take that to Jerry Springer,
it's
but we've got a
crazy.
lot of things to talk about. Anthony says, "Congrats to the championship, man!" Everybody out in YouTube world, that viewing at the last 20 laps, all you guys, you missed one heck of a race at Kansas too to see who got where and how they got there. But man, thank you guys. Alex, thanks for coming back. Congratulations on your win. We got Brian, we got Nanner, we got Puddin', Alex, Ned, all in the booth tonight, trying to get these guys up there. Blakey T, drink a Pepsi, calm down. We are going to get these guys up in the booth and get some post-race reports. Wow. Oh, what a way to take 2 weeks off, right? Holy cow.
And it's going to be straight intensity in 2 weeks, too, at Daytona. So, there he is.
How's it going, guys?
RJ.
Congratulations to RJ Smitty, the champion for Season 3 of Giggity Racing League. That is your winner tonight. Walk
RJ.
us through those final laps there, RJ.
Oh, well, after we pitted it and everything, I don't know if Mills just kind of lost it off of the pit road exit or what he did there, but he kind of got up there on the track right away, so he got up to speed a lot faster than I did, so I was kind of worried about that, and then the caution came out, and we were all right there.
We've seen you guys have a lot of mutual respect early on in the race. Obviously, at the end of the race, it's every man for themselves, which it really came down to you two after Buck lagged out. Like I was mentioning earlier in the race, where I seen you get loose off two, you got into them. You even let people take the lead. That way, you guys could regain, positions with each other and race it out. That was awesome to see. There was a lot of mutual respect between the two of you. It seemed like so. That was awesome to see. Congratulations on your championship, man. I'm sure that you probably would have liked to have raced it out with them as hard as you were the entire race up until that last pit stop and last caution. But regardless, championship's a championship. They come in all different kinds of ways. So, congrats, man.
Thanks, man.
And especially, tell me how much this means to you. We saw what happened to you. This is Puddin' real quick. We saw what happened to you the other night in the customs. You worked your way up from adversity, from the first race, made your way to Homestead, had some issues. How does this one feel, man?
It feels pretty good. It would have been a little more bittersweet had Noco kind of raced tonight, but hey, like NRG said, a championship is a championship. So I'm gonna keep going and looking forward to next year and see what all we can do next year.
All the congratulations are coming in. We got Anthony says congratulations. Blakey T says congratulations. One proud team team member. Congrats, boss. So, man, you definitely pulled one up. You guys put on one heck of a show tonight. You and Mills both.
Yeah, that was exciting, and I love racing against Mills, and he put up a hell of a battle.
He wants to know, Blakey T wants to know if you're going to celebrate with a Coke, a Pepsi, or a Keystone.
Well, I don't drink Keystone, so I'll have me a Pepsi.
There it is. He says Pepsi. There it is. Congrats, RJ, again, coming in from Cape Coyote, one of the new drivers who got signed. Huff says congratulations. The chat is blowing up. RJ, you guys put on one hell of a show tonight, and you deserve every inch and celebrate with style. Congratulations, and good luck next year on your team, man.
Thanks, guys.
Good job, buddy.
Season 3, a championship in the bag in the 24 car in a Jeff Gordon paint scheme. You know, somewhere out there. I know the 24 car means a lot to us here in NASCAR, obviously, with Jeff Gordon. But the 24 also meaning a lot in sports, meaning today with the loss of Kobe. Very, very sad in sports world. And I do want to take a second just to pause and reflect on the lives lost today in a tragic incident in California involving Kobe Bryant and 8 other people, including his 13-year-old daughter. We in NASCAR are all thinking about our NBA, both fans and those that are in the NBA. You know, their community is hurting. It's devastating. And that's certainly a sad thing that have happened.
Should we do like a 24 seconds of silence real quick?
Well, we got some. Go ahead.
All right. What's it about you there, Kobe? Rest in peace. But another 24 that we want to celebrate with RJS Smitty. Congratulations again. And I myself cannot wait for what next season 4 has in store on NH4 for Giggity.
Real quick, Alex, we got a couple questions for you, Brian. I know you got to ask some questions, but a couple questions for you.
Well, we have Miles and Titans in here.
Yeah, yep, we got to talk to them first, but we're not going to let him go first. I wanted to say we want to talk to that. Mills, Mustang Mills. Do you think you could have won it if you had a Chevy bow tie on the hood of that thing?
Oh my gosh. But I thought you were going to ask a great question.
Well, this goes back to another thing that was mentioned when you come off pit road, and Alex had asked if a penalty could have been assessed, considering you didn't take the access road. I mentioned you never merged up to the track like super quick. You were on the apron, but I know a lot of guys, including yourself at one point, which surprised me in the long run, migrated down to the bottom. You did get out in front, but you and RJ both put on a hell of a show. You guys were duking it out all night Checkmate Taylor was up there with you guys there for a while, and Wicked, he was up there for a while. There was another guy.
Titans was right there.
Yeah, Titan.
He won the race.
He every time Titans got out front, he started pulling away because you had the two championship contenders after Buck blacked out battling side by side forever, and we'll get to Titans here in a second, man. But hey, you look like you had a really strong car. I knew it once I seen how dominating a performance on track with you at Kansas was. I said this guy's put in time for tonight, and it really did show. Obviously, RJ did too. I think the pressure was off of him at Kansas, knowing that he was locked in for the most part, I believe, going into Homestead. But you basically pulled away from us hardcore at Kansas, and I wish it would have come down to a battle like you guys were having the whole race. But hey, man, congrats on that second place.
I did want to ask real quick there, because toward the end you did have that a lead, and the caution came out, and unfortunately your pit stop put you behind the 24 car. But it was coming out of turn 4, significant contact between your teammates that really derailed your chances of giving chase to the 24. What happened? And do you talk to your teammates at all like that? Like, just walk me through why that pass and even like contact between all 3 Penske cars happened.
Oh. Yeah.
Thanks, man. Hell of a battle.
Don't take away anything that you've done, though, Mills. I talked to you earlier pre-race. I know I've talked to you a couple times in messages. The other night when we were broadcasting, you wanted tonight to. You could not wait for tonight to come too soon. You dominated at Kansas, and it was just a little short. You guys both put on one heck of a show. Congratulations, both of you, for making the final 3, because that's a feat in itself, especially in Cup at the Giggity level. But anytime you can make the championship race in Giggity, that says something. So congratulations to all of you guys tonight. And Mills, you put on one heck of a show.
Alrighty. Let's go to our race winner here.
Yeah,
Titans,
that was
you guys
Titans.
take it away.
Well, Titans, I didn't watch the full race, only watched toward the end, but it looked like you got redemption after getting spun out at Kansas. Walking through your night and putting the 18 car into victory lane on a night that we actually saw A-Trout revisit as well. I know he drove the 18.
Yeah,
Or he's in the 37 now.
He's in the 37, but
Okay, that's right. Sorry.
his favorite driver is the 18, so it felt good to bet that in victory lane for him tonight. It's good that he's doing pretty well. But yeah, the car felt pretty solid all night. I mean, stage 1 kind of just took off from the rest of the pack while everybody was battling, and then stage 2, for some reason, I don't know, it seemed like the balance was off. Stage 3 had a solid car, so I mean, it was really fun battling with everybody, championship contenders. Glad I didn't mess anybody up, but yeah, it was fun.
How do you think next year? Your expectations for next year, being able that you can compete tonight? How does that make you feel? Because you were up front in both races till some things happened. But how did your next season look for you, Titans? And congratulations on your win.
Yeah, thank you. It's looking pretty bright. I know I've run with these guys a lot in the past, in season 2 or 1, and I look forward to actually driving a bow tie instead of Toyota.
Whoa!
You and me both are bow tie guys, and I understand that. But congratulations, Titan. You put on one heck of a show. You deserved the win tonight, and proved why you are cup level.
I want to let Brian get a question in for our race winner here. I just wanted to mention one thing since I'm not in any of the chats. I did want to apologize to you at the end of the first stage at Kansas. I tried to pull a slide job on you and Kay Larson, and I thought I was clear, and then you two got boogered up pretty bad. So I apologize for that. But yeah, Brian, you got any questions for our race winner?
Good. Congratulations on your win. Good run.
Yeah, thank you. And it's all good energy. All good.
Yeah.
Once again,
right,
I think
so I
that's
think
going to
we've
bring
talked
us
to
to
everybody.
an end. Yeah. Go ahead, take it, Alex.
Oh wow! I just wanted to say I cannot wait. I'm hoping now that the new season is new that I will be hopefully on the track with some of you guys as well, because the talent here is some of the best throughout all of PS4 league racing. So I look forward to that. But I just wanted to say thank you again to Kevin that allows me to help broadcast with you guys and the people that I met. I mean, it's very cool that we were able to do this so often. And so many people want us to do it.
Exactly, I agree with that. Thanks to all of our fans out there, and it's an honor to be up in the booth with you. And that was my question to you. I know your future. You got work and everything. So I was just asking you, what is your future uphold here in Giggity? That was going to be my question to you. And again, thanks for being in the booth. It's an honor to all the fans out there who want to hear a full Alex and Puddin race. Well, they got one. Thanks for Nanner and Brian for being here. But yeah, what is your future hold here in Giggity? Can we see?
Well, I don't know. I know I am. Robbie is a team owner of mine, and I'm hoping to do at least a truck or something like that. But I honestly don't know.
So you'll be a teammate. Yeah, exactly. You'll be up here, teammate with Nanner and Puddin.
Well, there you have it. We just found that news out here live on TV, folks.
That doesn't mean we're friends.
Oh, we're never friends.
Puddin, we are, but Alex,
Alex is your dad. I'm your friend. I understand.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
You collect a lot of child support from people, don't you?
Oh, man.
Once again, guys, we're going to take this off. I am running the broadcast. We have NRG, we have Alex, we have Brian. Congratulations to our race winners tonight, Brian and Mills and Titans. Congratulations to our champion. Tonight ends it. Ladies and gentlemen, championship week came to an end, and it could not have been an exciting one. Congratulations to all of our champions, UK, K-Taddy in Dirt, Jake in the Xfinity, NoCo Custom Cup, and RJ Smitty Slider Cup. Congratulations, everybody. Can't wait for the next couple of weeks. Again, development drivers, do not give up. All these next races, people will keep keeping an eye on you. So things are not over for you. Yeah, things are not over. Just because you don't get signed does not mean it's not over yet. If you get an invite, join the race, participate. They want to race with you. They want to see how everything goes. But for Alex, Puddin, Nanner, NRG, Brian, thanks for a great night. Y'all be safe.
Great season, end of season 3. And I tell you what, season 4, get ready.
That's right, guys. And as always, since my Keystone Cowboy's not up here, I always say be safe. But everybody at one time, bye!
Bye!
Okay, bye!
See you next year.
All right, see ya.